Hello, welcome to another episode of Wicked Easy Cooking. My name is Chef Colin Roach, and today I'm being assisted by my youngest son, Finnegan. Can you say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Today's episode is all about udon noodles. Ooh, can you say ooh?
Ooh.
Udon noodles. In a previous show, Finn and I made homemade fresh udon noodles, so hopefully you've checked that out. But no worries, today's recipes can be used with homemade noodles or store-bought. So I'll give you the options to use either one. All right, so you ready to get cooking?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right. Okay, and here's our second one for today, yaki udon. Again, I'll post this recipe at the end. It's a real popular Japanese stir-fried noodle dish. Again, using our homemade udon noodles, but if you don't have homemade, you're gonna use your packaged ones. And this is gonna be in a sweet soy sauce. You're gonna have different shredded julienne vegetables in it. But like all recipes, feel free to change it up. This one I've got carrots and peppers and mushrooms in it, but you can easily add chicken, shrimp, leftover roast pork, something in this, very easy. Okay, and just like always, a wicked easy dish. Fast, delicious, nutritious. So let's get started out. We're gonna make a sauce first. Prepare the sauce, and I'll put that as the step number one. So in a little bowl, we're going to add these ingredients. We got 2 tablespoons of tamari. Soy sauce is fine. Anything, I like the organic one. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're gonna add in Worcestershire sauce. You can get vegan Worcestershire, you can get it full strength, low sodium. Again, whatever Worcestershire sauce you have at your store or you prefer. We're gonna get in a tablespoon of that. We've got 1.5 teaspoons of our toasted sesame oil. So that's 1/2 tablespoon. Put that in here. And then we're going to use this mirin, which is rice wine. 2 tablespoons of this as well. This is going to make our sauce that we're going to put in at the end. It's kind of like our stir-fry sauce. All this stuff that's easily found at any grocery store. Very easy to do. And then we're going to add in, some kind of chili sauce, sweet chili sauce. A lot of different varieties out there. Sambal, Golik is one. Olik, I mean. And again, about 1 tablespoon of this chili sauce. Garlic chili sauce would work too. Whatever one you'd like. And then we need some kind of sweetener in there to add a little bit of sweetness to it. I have about 1 tablespoon of sugar. We'll add that in, and then we're just going to give that a little stir, and that's just going to be our finishing sauce. And you'll see when I put it all together. So you can make this. Doesn't have to be made in advance. You could do that while you're heating up your pan. Okay, so we'll hold that off to the side. Now, meanwhile, over here, I've got a saute pan ready to go, and we're going to start preparing our dish here. So in this hot pan, I've got it at medium-high heat. We're going to put in some canola, peanut oil, vegetable oil, worst case olive oil, some kind of oil in there. And then they put on here about 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons, depending on it. So we'll add that into our pan. And I'll move this over here so you can actually see it. So roll that around, let it come up to temperature. And I've got something to stir it with. I'm going to use some tongs. You can use wooden spoons. And then it's going to go pretty quick, like most stir-fry dishes. And you see I've got onions in here, about 1/3 cup. I've got 1/2 cup of wild mushrooms. You could use any mushroom you want. Again, these are baby portobellas. Shiitakes would work, wood ear, whatever type you'd like, more or less. And I've got some peppers. Red bell peppers. I had some yellow bell peppers too, so I combined those. Recipes calling for about 1/3 cup. We've got some carrot julienne thin, so we've made little sticks out of these, which will, something different than the mushrooms, so we have all these. And then I'm going to finish with some green onions, scallions, and some julienne, shredded up ginger on there. Again, add anything you'd like to that. So here's our things going in. So we'll add that in, and we'll stir fry this up for a minute, just to get it kind of collapsed. That is the hardest of the vegetables, that with the carrots. So I'm going to put those in right now, just get them to sweat down a minute. Won't take very long. Yeah, if you had a wok, that's great because you know they have that shape and the heat's on the bottom. And as things cook, you can push them up to the side where it's cooler and keep cooking in the bottom. So it's a one pot thing. But if you know, most of us have saute frying pans, so make it work. All right, so once that gets cooking, you know, it says browned up here a little bit. You know, let it release its flavors. Don't burn it because it'll get really bitter. And then we're going to add in our mushrooms. They have a lot of moisture in them, so they're going to collapse and they're going to actually help deglaze some of that pan. So add those in. Let us smell the onions. Not quite caramelized yet, which we don't want to get them too brown, but they definitely have sweated out, released a lot of their moisture, which is going to help sweeten them a little bit. So we've got that in. And then as I mentioned, any vegetable. You can throw some broccoli in right now, some green beans, sugar snap peas, ever you want. You know, just put it all in there and let it cook. I'm going to add in my carrots now. Those are pretty hard veg. Let's show you this. I want to bring out those colors, and everything's cut pretty small. Whoop. And a jumper. Everything's cut pretty small here, so it's going to cook relatively quick. Oh, another one. What's wrong with you? Get in there. Okay. Move this out of our way. And last thing, I put in the peppers. Scallions don't take much. Ginger doesn't take much. Okay, peppers go in. You know, some of you may be asking, where's the garlic? Put it in. If you like garlic, put it in. My other two dishes have garlic in it, so I kind of wanted to break it up a little bit, but you know, I'm not going to put garlic in this recipe. You know, it's strong, so some people don't want it, but if you like garlic, go ahead and throw some in. Definitely won't hurt it, only help it. Okay, those are getting cooked up. I'm getting my green scallions, green onions, my ginger. Now we just stir all that in. Whew. Can't tip the pan and stir at the same time here. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, now it's good to add our cooked noodles. Now, these are cold, they've been in the refrigerator, but they've already been cooked, they're homemade. Now, still got a little bite to them, but I'm going to heat them up just a little bit so it doesn't take as much time in the stir fry. So I have a pan here, and I'm going to kind of just dip it. I don't want to throw it in because then I got to go fishing for it. So do it in 2 batches here. And just drop that in the hot water for a minute just to get rid of that cool refrigerator temperature. There we go. Get the hot water on that one. Throw that in. And we'll put the next one on. And this was about 4 cups. So figure out what it is if you buy and dried. And obviously cook that to the manufacturer's directions. Dip that in. All right, move that out of our way. We've got our noodles on here. See it on top. It's going to provide some moisture. Mix it up with all those vegetables. The starch of the noodles. Let's start sticking with those veg, allowing them all to be distributed throughout. Only about a minute. You can see it's all incorporated. And now we're going to add our sauce. So we'll give it one last stir here. Make sure that sugar is all incorporated and dissolved a little bit. And then again, don't just dump it all in the middle. So kind of go all the way around the edges with it, scraping off any last bit. Okay. Now we'll put it back on the heat, stir this up. Okay, then we just need a little salt and pepper on it. And get a little black pepper, freshly ground. And a little bit of salt here. I know it's going to need a little bit with those noodles. And then I'll taste it and test it again. I got a bowl right here. Fork for me. Little bowls over here. Give it a stir. Get those noodles in there. It's good. I like a little more pepper. And a touch salt. I'm actually going to put a little bit more of that soy in there to provide the salt rather than regular salt. Got the sweetness from the sugar and garlic, from the garlic chili taste. Now we can just add that in. Put that into a little bowl here. That's great. Couple of peppers on top. That's it. I have some extra scallions here, which is always good to put on for a little bit of color at the end. And that is our dish. Clean up the rim. See that one? That looked good. Yummy. I'm gonna try this for it. Give it to Finn. Another winner. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Say bye.